Emperor Akbar and the Half Reward. One day, Emperor Akbar went to the jungle to hunt. After some time, he knew he was lost. He called for help, but it was of no use. Then the sun started to set. The emperor said, "Soon it will be dark, and here I am, all alone in the woods." A young man named Mahesh Das lived in a hut nearby. He heard a call coming from deep in the woods and he ran to that place. You can be sure the emperor was glad to see him. "I know the way back to the palace," said Mahesh Das to the emperor. "Follow me." Safe home at last, the emperor said, "Young man, I want to give you a gift." He took a ring of emerald and gold from his finger and gave it to Mahesh Das. "In a few days, come back to the palace," said he. "I want to give you something else even more grand." A few days later, Mahesh Das went back to the palace, but the guard stopped him at the door. "Halt," he said. "You do not look like someone who should see the emperor." "But I have come to see him," said Mahesh Das, "and the emperor knows me." He showed the guard the fine ring that the Emperor Akbar had given him. "Well, now," the guard thought to himself, "it is not every day that I see such a ring. I think I have an idea." The guard said to Mahesh Das, "Listen to me. I will let you inside, but any gift you get from the emperor, I must get half of it." The guard crossed his arms. "That's a deal," he said. What could Mahesh Das do? So he agreed. The guard led him into the palace and showed him to the royal room of Emperor Akbar. "My young friend in the woods," called Emperor Akbar when he saw Mahesh Das, "I am very glad that you came back. Now I give you another gift. What would you like from the king of Hindustan?" "Your Majesty," said Mahesh Das with a bow, "I would like to have 50 lashes." "What?" said the emperor. The royal advisers were shocked. "This young man is crazy," they whispered. "It makes no sense," said Emperor Akbar. "Why would you ask for such a thing?" "I will tell you after the lashes," said Mahesh Das. So the king's men started to whip him, as he had said. But after the 25th lash, Mahesh Das asked the king to call the guard who was standing outside the room. "Wow," thought the guard, "what grand thing will I get now?" But to his surprise, Mahesh Das pointed to him. He said, "My emperor, this guard let me inside the palace only if I agree to pay him half of any reward I may get from you. I always keep my promises. So please give him the 25 lashes that are left." The emperor ordered the guard to give him 25 lashes, along with 5 years in prison. Emperor Akbar was more pleased than ever with Mahesh Das. He invited the young man to stay at the palace and serve as his royal advisor. And there Mahesh Das served for many, many years. Now, kids, do you know who is this Mahesh Das? Yes, you know. This is Birbal the Great, who became the main advisor and commander of army in the court of Great Mughal Emperor Akbar. He had a very close association with the Emperor Akbar and was one of his most important courtiers, a part of a group called Navratna, 9 jewels. The name Birbal was also given by Emperor Akbar along with the title of Raja. We also know him as Raja Birbal. And Birbal was the only courtier to get a special place as his house near Akbar's palace, that is